Arnaud, it is so nice to meet you. Congratulations on making a beautiful film.
Thank you so much, Rachel. Thank you. Very nice to meet you. How are you?
I'm great. I mean, now that I've stopped crying, I'm great.
Sorry about that.
So, one of the things that really struck me about the film is the way that queer love is depicted. Often it's either sort of this paragon of virtue or like super messy chaos. And this film is the rare one where we see that it can be both and still be incredibly beautiful. I'm curious for you, when you read the script, was that something that, spoke to you and that you wanted to see depicted on screen?
Absolutely. I was really moved by that way of telling that story of those two people in a very, as you said, different way or more real way, in a sense, real like in real life. So it was an honor and a true pleasure to portray that character alongside Dan.
Absolutely. I mean, it's interesting because Theo comes along and he's kind of the perfect person to enter Mark's life in that moment. He's so generous and warm, but also like clearly attracted and not playing games. I'm curious, do you feel like fate sometimes just sort of brings people together? Is that something that you can relate to where someone has come into your life at that like perfect moment?
I do. I really do. I think life is timing, and at some point, you have to meet the new one or the new place. It could be the new, I don't know, the new book that really reveals something to you, but you have to be prepared for that. It needs to be the right timing. And sometimes there is good people or a good book, a good film in your life, but it's not the right moment for you to watch it, to meet with him or her or it. And yeah, it's a question of timing. I totally agree with you. And the movie is really interesting about that because it's been a year grieving for him, and
Yeah.
he doesn't want to go to that party. And then he meet that guy, and then it not it's not about forgetting Theo, but it's just he's moving on in his life, and then he's
Yeah.
in Paris, and yeah, it's messy. Why not having a drink with him, and then back again, and here we go.
I love it. And I feel like it's very relatable. Like if you've ever been through a trauma, and I think we all have, right? Like collectively, globally, we've all had this a collective trauma that is forcing us to kind of confront grieving in a way that we maybe haven't in the past. I'm
No.
curious if you how you feel a film like this might help people around those ideas.
I think so. Yes. Yes. Great question. I think there is space for you as an audience to put your feelings in that story. And that's the dance work, brilliant work to leave doors open for the spectator to really connect in a very personal way to
Yeah,
the story.
absolutely. Absolutely. And I mean, I think like love, grieving is very messy and seeing different ways that people are grieving sometimes can like give you the opportunity to give yourself more grace. Does that resonate for you?
Yes. Or tell you new truth to yourself, new perspective, um, a new way of seeing yourself in a way. And that's fascinating because it's very dark and difficult emotions, but they can lead to very bright and beautiful feelings.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So this has been heavy. I want to end on kind of a fun question.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Let's get fun.
All right. For you, what was the hardest part of filming this movie? Was it shooting in London and Paris or making out with Dan Levy?
No, nothing really difficult in that movie. It was a dream come true. Yeah, really.
Oh, I love that. Well, thank you so much for taking the time
Thank
to chat with
you.
me and for making such a beautiful film. I cannot wait for everybody to see it.
Thank you very much.